Your next news update is at 8, and Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
Black Friday through Cyber Monday. For every $25 gift card purchased at thecheesecakefactory.com or at any of the Cheesecake Factory restaurants, you'll receive 2 free slices of cheesecake redeemable in the new year. Visit thecheesecakefactory.com for more details.
No Victocrats allowed. Why? Because we've got a country to save. Join me, Larry Elder, tonight starting at 7 on AM 560, The Answer.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. Since 1964, the Chicago Leadership Prayer Breakfast has brought together leaders from all faiths, from the business, government, and nonprofit worlds. Join over 600 Chicago leaders with AM 560 breakfast chairs Marty Ozinga IV and his brother Paul Ozinga. And hear from keynote speaker Dr. Nicholas Pierce at the Chicago Hilton on December 6th at 7:30 a.m. It's prayer breakfast, after all. 7:30 a.m., Chicago Hilton, December 6th. Tickets for the 2019 Chicago Leadership Prayer Breakfast by the Chicago Sunday Evening Club are $100 or $1,000 for a table of 10, I presume, and available on Eventbrite at csec.org. That's CSEC, like Chicago Sunday Evening Club, csec.org. And we're pleased to be joined by Marty and Paul Ozinga, part of fourth generation family concrete business, the largest privately held concrete company in the country.
Well, yeah, you see their trucks everywhere.
Sure.
The red and the white spinning looks like a candy cane during Christmas time.
And it's a great Illinois company. They're in Mokina, and they're holding fast in Illinois, where many are not. Marty and Paul Ozinga, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan and Amy. Thanks, Dan and Amy.
So give us the sort of backstory on the Leadership Prayer Breakfast and why you gentlemen decided to step up and co-sponsor it.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. A friend of ours is a trustee on the Sunday Evening Club, and that organization's been around for a long, long time. As you said, since 1964, they've been having this interfaith prayer breakfast. He asked us to co-chair it this year, and we're honored to do so. Our family has a long tradition of faith and family being integrated into business and other areas. And we, as the fourth generation, have had a standing prayer time for a month. Every month we get together and pray as a group. The 7 of us, there's 6 brothers and a cousin. And that's just really meant a lot to us as a family. It's the old adage, the family that prays together stays together. The odds are against us as a family business, fourth generation, 91 years, to not stick together, to start fighting and everything. So we knew it was going to be a supernatural thing. So we've really been committed to praying. And when they asked us to chair it, it really felt like something that was right in line with our values. So we're really honored to help chair it next Friday morning.
And there's no city that needs more prayer than Chicago, so this is well-timed. Dr. Nicholas Pierce, the keynote speaker, tell us a little bit about him.
Nicholas Pierce is he's a professor at Kellogg, one of the best, arguably the best business school in the world, and he's also a pastor on the South Side at Apostolic Faith, and he is just a great speaker. He wrote a book called Purpose Path, about living into your purpose at work and in all areas of your life, and living into your life's calling. And he's just a wonderful speaker. He helped he was our keynote at a leadership at our company thing earlier this year, so we've got to be good friends with him, and he's very just a wonderful person and a great family person, and someone who's dedicated to finding your purpose in life and at work and understanding your calling. So he's just a great person to hear from.
Tell us a little bit more about how faith informs your family's operation as your family's business operation. I mean, your big story this week about Chick-fil-A and some of the decisions they've made in terms of their charitable giving on a go-forward basis. And, increasingly difficult to be public about your faith, and particularly in a corporate or a business environment, and how the Ozinga family approaches that.
I'll let Paul jump in after me, but this is Marty. I tell people that I think it's like 90 to 10, or 99 to 1 even, that we get affirmed for leading with our faith, talking to people about our faith. I think faith is very integral to so many people's lives, and it shouldn't be something that you should be afraid of or run from or hide from. It's such an important part of so many people's lives. So we get affirmed way more than criticized or ostracized for it. But we do realize that you have to be shrewd about, how you conduct your business and whatnot. And but Paul, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would just say it's important that we integrate business with our faith, not just our personal lives. It's important that we honor and glorify God in all that we do. And that plays out through our business and then our interactions with our customers and our coworkers and the community. And this prayer breakfast is really a unique opportunity to get together with a group that rarely gets together between the government and faith and business and nonprofit, and really sort of recognize the power of God, the power of prayer as a community and its importance. Like you said, God knows that we need it, and it's important that we communicate with God as is any relationship. It's only grown stronger by communicating.
And speaking of the government, Marty Ozinga, you're going to be running for, you want to become a part of it, you're running for Congress in Illinois' 11th District. Is that correct?
That was my dad. My dad ran for Congress in the 11th district. My brother Tim right now is running for state rep in the district out in south suburbs.
Yeah. Speaking of that, sort of like public service mindedness, your dad ran. You mentioned Tim is running for state rep. Also, the idea of this breakfast, I'm not so sure I want business and government coming together. That probably happens too much in Chicago. But business and the nonprofit, connecting business leaders to those that are providing core services to help the disadvantaged, help vulnerable populations in Chicagoland. That seems like a great connection.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to be able to connect business with nonprofit and be able to, we believe that, this business is a conduit to have the opportunity to be able to give back to the community, and that being nonprofit as well, and being able to work with them alongside them with what we know about our business and be able to give back to the community.
All right, the Chicago Leadership Prayer Breakfast, again, that's December 6th, 7:30 a.m., Chicago Hilton downtown. The keynote speaker is Dr. Nicholas Pierce. You heard from the Ozingas that he's not only a man of faith, but also a